This is a 2011 Toyota Sienna. The starter here, they already bought it because they suspect the starter has gone bad on this vehicle here. What happens is that they try to turn it on and it's not doing anything. I don't know if it's the starter the problem at this point, so I'm gonna be testing first before replacing it. So I'm gonna be testing right now and see what happens. Before going any further, I'm gonna try to confirm the complaint of the customer here. Absolutely nothing. It's not trying to turn on or crank or anything like that. And I see the lights in the instrument cluster are very strong. They also jumped the battery with another vehicle, another battery, and it didn't work. So I'm gonna see what happens right now. The negative cable here, 10mm nut. 1, 2, 10mm bolt. Alright, this is the starting motor here. As you can see, this is original from Toyota. And I'm gonna be taking out this wire here. This is the signal. Just press on the tip here and pull it out, and then I'm gonna be testing if it's receiving a signal here. I'm gonna insert this pin here. This is my multimeter here. This is the positive multimeter lead. It's connected to the signal wire of the starter, as you can see it, and I'm making ground on another spot here. I hope I'm making good ground, otherwise you have to try it again. Alright, I'm gonna go to crank the engine and see if we receive signal here on the starter or if it doesn't receive it. Let's see. Alright, I just confirmed that the starter is receiving signal and the signal wire right there. Alright, the next step, we're gonna check the voltage. Even though the starter gets voltage most of the time, that is not a problem most of the time, since the positive is always connected right there, the big wire, the big cable from the battery, and it's making ground by being inserted on the transmission case right there. So that's very rare if it's gonna be missing one of those, like voltage or ground, but we're gonna see it anyway. Alright, that's the voltage right there, as you can see, so it's not missing anything. Alright, you only see the positive multimeter lead here from a multimeter, but the negative multimeter lead, I have it on another spot where I'm making ground. So I'm gonna proceed to replace this starter here. $12mm nut here for the positive of the starter here, for the positive cable. This starter has two 14mm bolts, one here and another one on the other side there. Alright, before installing the new starter here, I'm gonna proceed to test it first, to bench test it before installing it, just to make sure it works fine or if it has a problem. Because the fact that it is brand new, it doesn't mean it cannot be defective. I have gotten defective ones in the past, so that's why I test them before installing them. Alright, this is going to be the signal here. It goes also to the positive right there. The negative goes here, or can go here on any part of the body of the starter, and the positive you put it here where the positive of the battery goes. So we're gonna see if it works. Alright, I have confirmed that this tire is good. It's in very good condition. When you see the shaft over here comes out and it turns, it doesn't mean because it does that the tire is going to be good. Because sometimes you take out the old one and you bench test it once it's out and you see that it comes out and it turns. It's doing the same like the new one. Now, when you see both tires doing that, you might get confused, right? Because you say, well, it's coming out and it's turning, so what is the problem here? The tire seems to be good. The thing is that you have to learn how to tell the speed that this one comes out here, this shaft here, and also how fast it spin. Even the noise is much stronger than the old one. It might get you confused. Why is that? Because here, when it's outside, when the old starter is outside, and you apply 12 volt and signal here as I did, it's easy for the starter to turn and spin because it's not doing anything. But different is when it's inside there and it has to turn over the engine. That requires a lot of power and this thing to be in very good condition. But here outside, it's gonna be easier for it to turn this and to come out. So don't get confused by that. You have to learn with the speed. Now, positive on the positive of the battery and negative right there on the negative of the battery. And here is the information for the new starter. The old one here, we're gonna test it also. All right, nothing. This starter is completely dead. Now it's easy for me to determine that this one is bad because it's completely dead. But if this one will be only weak, then it might come out and it might turn. Sometimes very good speed that it might get you confused, as I said. So that's when you have to learn how to determine the difference between this one, the old one, and the new one. All right, I have to confirm that the old starter was the problem and the new one is good. So we're gonna proceed to install it. Make sure the battery is disconnected. I'm gonna put this one on this side first. As you can see, it went all the way inside by hand. Alright, here is the torque specification for all the bolts and nuts here. 27 foot-pounds and the 214mm bolt on the starter. And the terminal 30 here, or the positive cable from the battery, 87 inch-pounds. Battery terminal here, 80 inch foot-pounds. The air cleaner inlet, as you can see, 53 inch-pounds. And so on. All you gotta do is take a look at the rest here. Alright, everything has been tied here already to torque specification. Alright, the signal wire is connected right there already. Make sure it clicks when it goes inside. Now, I have to connect the battery here. Alright, the engine started with no problem, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this thing here. Alright, I'm done here. Thanks for watching this video and God bless you all.